Welcome back. In this video we will have a look at using the Google Translate add-in in Python to convert a list to a different language and then create a mini project to ask the user what language they want to view your program and then running the program in that language. Let's get coding. Okay, starting off with translating an array, a list of words. If I copy and paste a list of words here under the variable of English, there's 3 words here. Now what I want to do is create a variable which will contain the translated words. I can now do for I in range of the length of the English. So this will go through this list. I need an intermediate variable here, so Thai word as being as I'm translating to Thai, and then I can say translator.translate, and then I want to translate that English, but this time I need to translate word by word. So if I translate position of I, the position of I on the first loop through this list is 0, which should translate swim. And then again, if I say dest, so the destination language, in this case, I'm translating to Thai, and then I only want the text returning, close those brackets, and then I can say Thai, so my Thai list, I created an empty list here, dot append with Thai word. Close brackets. Now if I print this Thai list, so print Thai, I should have a list swim, bike, run in Thai. And here we go, Bai Wai Nam, Bai Jackayan, Bai Wing. Next we'll have a look at creating a mini program to ask the user what language they want, then the rest of the program will run in that language. If I delete this to start the next program, I'm going to create a function. I'm going to call this my language, and we will use this function to allow the user to select their language. If I just put pass in for now, and then I will create another function for the actual program. So if I call this for now my program, okay, and again for now I will just pass on this. Right, so in the my language function I want to allow the user to select their language. So first of all, if I give them a print statement, print please select your language, enter 1, 2 or 3, and then French, Spanish and Thai are the languages that I will allow them to choose. And then after that I need to allow the user input so they can select that. So I can do option, for example, just as a variable, equals input, and then I can just say select 1, 2, 3. Okay, next I now need an if statement to decide which of those selections they've chosen. So I can say if option is equal to, and then I'm accepting this input as a string, so I'll take that number 1 as a string, and here I can take their language, so I can create a variable and I can say okay, option 1 is French, so I can make lan equal and then FR for French. And then I can do the same for the other languages. If option equals 2, then language equals Spanish. And again, if I copy and paste, if language equals 3, then the last option there is Thai. So Thai, TH for Thai. Then I want an else, so else, and I can just say here print you entered an invalid value. Now I have the print statement saying you entered an invalid value, I'll want to loop back around. So here I'll create a while loop. I can just call this chosen lang equals true to get me inside the while loop, and then I can say while chosen lang is equal to true, then we want to do this, which allows the user to choose their language. So if I highlight all of that and then press tab, I now need to break that variable if their option is correct. So I can do chosen lan equals, I just need to change capital L there and capital L here. So chosen lan, and then I can make this equal false. Again, if I just copy this, and if they choose 2, then I can break this loop. If they choose 3, then I can break the loop. If they choose anything else, then I want that loop to go round and ask them again. The last thing I need to do here is I need to return the value that they have chosen. So if they choose 1, 2, or 3, I need to return that value. So making sure I'm on the right indent level, I am outside of this while loop, I can do return, and then I want to return whatever this variable of lan will equal, whether it equals French, Spanish, or Thai, we don't know, but whatever it equals, then that will return that value. I now need to receive that, so this function is called myLanguage. So I can do, for example, let's say I create another variable called userLanguage equals, and then run that function. So userLanguage or userLan here will equal the return from this function, and at the same time it will run the function. After that, once we've got the language, I can then run my program. I need to pass into my program the userLan. So if I say userLan, pass in, so I've received it from this function, and now I'm passing it into my program, which means I need to receive in my program. I don't need to use the same variable name, I could, but just to keep things short, I'm going to just call this lan. Now I can remove this pass function, and then I can start creating my program in the chosen language. So as an example, if I have my first variable called sport, and then just welcome to swim, bike and running, just following the same theme as the last video. I can then say, for example, user lan equals, and then I can do the translator, so translator.translate, and then what do I want to translate? I want to translate sport, and this time the destination language is equal to the variable of lan, which should contain whichever language the user has chosen. So lan, and then I just want to the text from that. Okay, and then I can print and userLan. Okay, and then if, for example, I create another variable with the same name and another comment, so sport, and then what sports do you want to record, for example, and then giving the user option. If I call this sport, then that means I can just copy these 2 lines again to speed up my programming. Because I use sport in that first variable, which is no longer needed, I can just copy and use that again. Here I'm asking another question, so I want to give the user an option to answer this question. And in this option, to make my life easy, I will avoid using any languages. So I can just say option equals input, and then just give them a prompt, maybe, yeah. Okay, so let's see if this works so far. So please select your language, enter 1, 2 or 3, and let's say I enter number 3. Okay, I've got an error. It looks like I've spelled option wrong there, so let's just correct that. Option, and I think the others are okay. Okay, run again, F5 to run. And again I will try 3. So here I'm getting the language and the options to choose again in Thai. Now, one thing to remember is it's not a perfect translation. So on the original, this says, what sports do you want to record? And in the Thai version here, it actually says, which sports do you like to play record? So it's not 100% accurate. The list is correct and the user would be able to translate it. I will drop this code on the website at computerscienceatschool.com for you to use and play with as you wish. I hope you found this video useful. Please visit the website for more help and information, and please like and subscribe.